Eat my ass. What the hell? So, apparently, one of the guys on Twitter, guessing it's a guy, by the way, if you want to know who I'm talking about, handle Rattleshark, wants me to eat their ass because I am doing the same thing for their goddess that I do to every other politician out there. And you know, it's really brought something up in my mind, made it crystal clear. Constantly, whether it be on my own program, other people's program, the Friday night program I'm on, sometimes with Big Talk, Little Talk, doesn't matter who it is, there seems to always be this conversation where we have a talk about why things don't change. And there's a long list of reasons for why things don't change, right? We have a list of reasons for why they don't change, such as money in politics. It corrupts the politicians. They won't get their jobs done. The fact that too many people keep voting Democrats and Republicans and whatnot. And then, aside from those sheep who continuously just vote Democrat or Republican no matter what, red no matter who, or blue no matter who, okay? You've got the people out there who are supposed to be the woke ones, right? The one who want the change, the one who like the Bernie Sanders and the Tulsi Gabbard, and they're tired of the DNC, and they're tired of the swamp, and they're tired of all the same old status quo bullshit, right? That's what we hear an awful lot of, and yet all of a sudden, even though Joe Biden can be an absolutely despicable candidate, they will then say something along the lines of, but if he picks Tulsi Gabbard, I'd vote for him. And I'm not just saying this to attack the quote-unquote Tulsi-crats out there, by the way, okay? No, there's been just as many who said if he picked Yang, they would vote for him. If he picked Sanders, they would vote for him. If he picked Nina Turner, they would vote for him. And there's others who don't even limit it to the VP position. They say just as long as they put him in their cabinet, they would vote for him. So let me get this straight. You bitch about Joe Biden. You complain about Joe Biden. You say he's no good. But if he were to just put your person somewhere within the cabinet, or even at best case scenario, potentially a VP slot, you're then going to throw out the window the fact that he voted for the crime bill, the fact that he is arguably just as big of a creep as Donald Trump has ever been. The proof is in the videos with what he's done with little kids, little girls, and things of that nature. Old Gropey Joe. Okay, so you're going to throw that out the window. You're going to throw his track record out the window. You're going to throw the fact that he's a war criminal out the window. You're going to throw the fact that he supported the Patriot Act out the window. You're going to throw the fact out he's not really going to do criminal justice reform. You're going to throw the fact out the window that he will not end the war on drugs. You're going to throw the fact out the window he's not going to end wars, period. You're going to throw the fact out the window that we already had him as a VP under Obama, and for 8 years we got jack shit to show for it. You're going to throw the fact out the window that he's claiming he's going to fix healthcare when, again, under 8 years of Obama, we got jack shit and piss poor healthcare coverage. You're going to throw all that out the window just because they pick your candidate, because you worship that person. And yes, quite literally, you're worshiping them if you're willing to completely throw away everything they ran for on a platform to vote for this person for candidate just because he picked them to be in their cabinet. And what's the best defense that I've heard? Oh, well, it'll get them inside the system. And if they get inside the system, then they might be able to sway his votes. Are you serious? Have you seen this guy? Have you seen Joe Biden? They're not going to sway anything with Joe Biden unless they got a lot of money. And the other good defenses I've heard, well, Joe Biden's not mentally cognitive, you know, he's not in good health, and whoever he picks is probably going to be the president. Well, first of all, that's exactly why they won't get the VP spot. Now, that's not to say they won't try to appease some of you sheep and put him somewhere in his cabinet, because that way he can try to get your vote. But it ain't going to be the VP. They will not be second in line to the presidency. Secretary of Defense, maybe. Secretary of the Treasury or whatever, maybe. Some economist expert in the cabinet, maybe. Right? Whatever. He might put them on top of another task force. Who the fuck knows, okay? But that's what he's going to do. He's going to do it to try to get your vote. And all these people, and as far as eating my ass dude is concerned, he says that I am whining and sniveling because I didn't get my way with Tulsi Gabbard. So, full disclosure, yeah, I like Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is no better than anybody else. And if you believe that she is, quit drinking Aloha Kool-Aid. I hold Bernie's feet to the fire. I hold Andrew Yang's feet to the fire. I hold Joe Biden's feet to the fire. I hold Tulsi Gabbard's feet to the fire. Just like I hold Elizabeth Warren's feet to the fire. Kamala Harris. She is a politician. She is an elected official. She had goals of becoming the president, right? I'm going to be critical when she's on some bullshit. And I'm going to do that for everyone, not just your goddess. So get your panties out of a wad. Okay, I'm going to do that with any politician, and guess what? So should everyone who cares about their country, because when you're not critical of them just because you've got some fucking fetish or whatever for them, that's the minute you don't get anything. So herein lies another reason why we don't get any real change in this country, because just because some woman from Hawaii or some old man from Vermont can come out on stage, say a bunch of stuff that resonates with people, and regardless of what they do to actually follow it up, like in Tulsi's case, where she sang Joe Biden's praises when she dropped out and literally lied for the guy to prop him up, and you make excuses and create a fantasy world to defend that? No. That's why you're not going to get any change. The minute she started telling lies to defend the guy, it became real clear to one dude, sheep herder. That's exactly what she did. She flooded you right in. But Bernie did the same thing. He did the exact same thing. But if anything, he was worse. I'll have to admit, he was worse. Because he went above and beyond, and he is actively trying to get people to vote for Joe Biden. At least Tulsi's keeping her mouth shut about voting for Joe. Okay? But she still made up lies for the guy, nonetheless. And so the more you keep following your shepherds, the more you're not going to get any change. And so that should be clear evidence to why you should stop expecting this play inside the DNC game to work and actually start voting for third-party candidates, and understand if they were a Democrat before and they're a Democrat now, they're a Democrat to the bone, and a Democrat to the bone means they're going to play for the party at the end of the day, which is exactly what's going on there. And for anyone who says, well, it's playing for brownie points and playing with inside the party so they can save their future. So what you're telling me is they're putting themselves and party above the country and the people. They'd rather support candidates who are going to fuck the country over than potentially risk dying on that hill and just doing what's right for the American people. That sure is a fucking leader to me. So that is exactly why I'm completely third party at this point. I will not cheer on a Democrat or a Republican anymore. And for the record, I'm going to be critical of everyone, including third-party candidates, if I feel like they're going astray or trying to be too much like a Democrat or Republican. And again, that's what everyone should be doing. You should hold politicians' feet to the fire. Quit living in fucking fetish world where someone, because you like them, is completely above criticism, because that is exactly how you're still not going to get any change at the end of the day.